I met our next guest at an annual conference. She leads a nonprofit organization that supports corporate, federal, and state government agencies. At Leader Transition Institute, she helps to change your focus from we to me.
I joined the Army in 1979 because I was a newly graduated college student and couldn't find a job. And as a military child, the men in uniforms in the recruiting office was a familiar place. So I stopped in. On my first day, I talked to them about it. On the second day, I took the test. On the third day, I took the physical. And on the fourth day, I left for basic training. My transition was pretty messy. On September 30th of 1988, I went from being a high-speed, really busy captain to being a military spouse whose husband worked nights. He was an aircraft maintenance officer, but he was on the night shift. And everybody I knew worked during the day, and we were in Germany getting ready to come back to the United States in the middle of December, and I had nobody to communicate. It was well before the internet. Phone calls were expensive, and so I didn't have friends. I didn't know what I was going to do. When we got to Florida, I was completely at loose ends. I started out with the Red Cross as a volunteer, and I failed miserably at that because they put me in charge of training, and I expected that when I told people they needed to come for training that they would show up. But when you're a volunteer, you don't have to show up. So I had to learn to communicate in the civilian sector. And I got active in the veterans community. I saw my husband go through a little bit of a struggle through transition. I knew what I had been through, and I was watching his friends and other people. And I decided there had to be a better way. I was doing some personal development for myself, and I went to a personal development weekend, and I was challenged to create something that would be my legacy and that would make a difference for people in the world. And that's when I came up with the idea for Changing Focus, Moving from We to Me, which is the program that we provide at the Leader Transition Institute. It is a free, virtual, hands-on, interactive transition program that focuses on people as a whole person. In the military, we are our job. We are our rank. But in the civilian world, you're a person. We all started life as a person. And so what we help people coming out of the military do is to find out who they are again as a human being, to learn, number one, about how their brain processes change, to develop an individual purpose statement and vision statement to create a plan for their life. They learn how people perceive them when they communicate and how to recognize those cues in other people. And we also talk to them about living an intentional, purposeful life. Along the way, we play with Legos and we paint, because painting happens to be a powerful metaphor for transition. And one of the things that I think is really important is that we are all destined to fail at transitions and transformations if we don't have a really good support system. And so we stay connected with the people that have gone through our program. We've done 65 cohorts so far, and we stay connected, providing additional resources, book studies, leadership development events. We help them with their resume, we help them with LinkedIn, we provide any kind of resource that they need to help them move forward in their life and be successful and enjoy this next future. Because we're all going to live probably 2/3 more of our life after we leave the military.